Good Monday morning, 8-3. Mr. Brown here. How are you? Monday morning, May 11th, 2020. Hope everybody's doing well. Hope you had a great weekend. I'm missing you a lot. Wish we could be together, but we're going to make this work as we have been. I'm going to dive right in and just tell you what our assignment is, explain our assignment for the next 2 days for Monday, May 11th and Tuesday, May 12th. This will be due, at 8 o'clock Tuesday evening, tomorrow evening. Okay, so as you can see on my screen here, I am in our 8-3 remote learning. If you go into classwork, I'm clicking on classwork there. If I go to the top, you can still see that I have our Night Spanish translation PDF of the novel Night by Elie Wiesel and our English version Night by Elie Wiesel. Okay, I already have it opened up in another window here, and you are going to be reading page 23 to 28, I believe. You can see where I'm at page 23 here at the bottom of the page. If I go up a little bit to page 22, you will remember that our chapter 1 ended with two Gestapo officers strolled down the length of the platform. They were all smiles. All things considered, it had gone very smoothly. A prolonged whistle pierced the air. The wheels began to grind. We were on our way. So a little bit of foreshadowing there. And if you go on to 23, page 23, our chapter 2 starts with lying down was not an option, nor could we all sit down. Okay, so you're going to be reading that. Let's go back to our classwork page. Again, the two novels in PDF form. Below that, you've got May 11th and 12th, Night Chapter 2 as a folder. There are two assignments in that folder. I'm going to go through them one at a time here. The first one is our Night Chapter 2 discussion. You can see here that I have, let me go up a bit. You can see here that I have instructions for that. Okay, it's read chapter 2, page 23 to 28. We just talked about that. Of Night by Elie Wiesel. You're going to read along with the audiobook linked below. I'll show you that in a moment. You're going to complete the Google Doc called Night Chapter 2 Questions and Dehumanization Chart. You're going to complete the chart based on dehumanization on page 1, and then you're going to complete the discussion questions based on Chapter 2 on page 2. As always, we've done it all year. Be sure to answer incomplete sentences and cite text evidence for your answer. Okay, I've got the same instructions in Spanish. So let's take a look at what we've got here. So we've got our questions and dehumanization graphic for chapter 2. We have a Spanish version, okay, the same thing in Spanish, and then I have linked our audio in YouTube form. If I hit the audio, go back to our book, you can hear her reading chapter 2. Okay, let's go to the questions here. So, as mentioned in the instructions, we have a Google document where it begins with a look at dehumanization, and we have a pretty good definition of dehumanization here. Okay, it's a noun, and it's the act of degrading people with respect to their best qualities, depriving them of their individuality, compassion, and civility. Okay, so the idea of dehumanizing someone is to take away their right, their self-worth, their right to be a human, what makes them human. Think slavery, for example. That was a dehumanization, taking away people's rights, civil rights, just rights as a human being, depriving them of their individuality, compassion, and civility. You're going to consider the following questions. What makes us human? Okay, how do you think the Nazis might succeed in taking those qualities away from the Jews at night? Okay, what makes us human? Human qualities. Okay, I would say one is communication. We communicate with each other. Things like that. I don't even want to give you more because I know you're going to come up with a lot. What makes us human? What makes us uniquely human beings? What's important to us? What do we value? And you're going to put those in the left column. In the right column, of course, you can see acts of dehumanization. What kind of things? And let's look at the directions. In the left column, describe what makes us human beings. You may want to consider traits, behaviors, actions, desires, feelings, experiences, etc., all of that. Then in the right column, predict how you think the novel will show how the Nazis managed to take these qualities away from the Jewish prisoners. So here we're going to be just sort of predicting, inferring in the future. What do you think that the Nazis are going to do to take away human qualities from the Jewish prisoners? What horrendous things do you think they will do to take their humanity away? Okay. If we scroll down a little bit more, after that, you're going to create your graphic organizer, human qualities, acts of dehumanization. And then if you go down to the second page, this looks a lot like last week's assignment as well. There are 8 in all questions based on chapter 2. I want to remind you that for the most part, whenever you're reading any sort of text and there are guided questions, they are most likely going to go in order of how they're answered in the text. Okay, there might be cases where 2 questions are on the same page, but for the most part, they are going to be on they're going to be in the order that you receive the questions. Okay, so it's worth probably looking at the guided questions before you start reading and listening. And in this case, let's do it. So, number 1, what does the German officer say will happen now if anyone escapes from the train car? We know from chapter 1 they're in a train car. How is this different from the earlier threat, and why is this significant? Okay, so think in terms of what the threat was earlier than that. How is it different, and why is it important now? Number 2, what is it that Madame Schachter screams out in the night? How is this an example of foreshadowing? Remember, foreshadowing. Whatever she screams out, what is that telling you about what might happen in the novel in the future? Something that's foreshadowed. Okay, you've got a main character in a story. Maybe his plant dies. That could be foreshadowing that something bad is going to happen to him in the future. Same idea. Number 3, what affects Ellie more profoundly than Madame Schachter's screams? Why do you think this is worse? What do the people do to silence Madame Schachter? What does this suggest about human nature? Because they try to silence her. Where does the train stop? Okay, simple question. Okay, that's going to be answered right in chapter 2. What news is given to the people by the Jews who returned with water? Number 7, what is Birkenau? Okay, just be specific with Birkenau. Try to use text evidence even just to help your answer along. And number 8, what site greets the Jews in the night at Birkenau? Of course, that's going to be at the end of the novel because they're going to end it on a very dramatic note like that, finally making it to their destination to Birkenau. Okay, so those 8 questions with, I'm going to restate the question, answer the question, use some text evidence, and answer that text evidence. Okay, so that's what you're going to be doing for the next 2 days. So again, go into night, find your questions, YouTube video, read along with the text. You've got the text there, page 23 to 28. And that's it for night. The writing assignment. Okay, we've got some Bon Jovi lyrics. Okay, we've got a video of John Bon Jovi, a music artist from New Jersey, wrote a song to raise money for what's going on with the COVID-19 pandemic at the moment. Okay, so it's very fitting for what's going on now. Okay, you can listen to that song. After that, you are going to work on a Google Doc that asks you to listen to the song and follow along to the lyrics. So we've got the theme, what you think the theme of the song is, the genre, figurative language is used, what the purpose of the song is. I just hinted at that there now. Identify some literary elements. Okay, so you can explain the lyrics or you can quote from them. Contracts and contradictions, an aha moment, some tough questions you might have about the song. Words of the wiser again and again. Memory moment. You're going to write a reflection based on your opinion of the song. Okay, use the song as an example. Certainly, always quote You can quote directly from the song and make your case. Then you're going to do a little bit of research and you're going to write a short biography of John Bon Jovi. As I've said before, he's from New Jersey. It might be interesting to you. Okay, find as much information as you can, and that will be your writing assignment. Okay, so again, everything here is in classwork. May 11th and 12th, Night Chapter 2. Night Chapter 2. Bon Jovi lyric song analysis, and then above that, our Elie Wiesel novels in Spanish and English. As always, reach out to me if you need any help. I'm here, and I will be making another video very soon where we will go over quickly a few of the questions. We'll analyze a few of the questions of Night. Okay, maybe that will be for tomorrow. So get started today. All right, good luck, everybody. Bye-bye.